Alright guys, we're going to be making a game. We're going to be adding lives into our breakout game. So this is what it looks like. I have the ball, it bounces around and it breaks bricks, and if I miss it, it's going to take away a life, and if I lose all of the lives, it's going to send me to the game over screen. Eventually the game over screen is going to send me back to the start and I can play again, and this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this stuff so I can show you guys how to add everything in. We're going to remove this, and I'm going to leave this like that, and let's get started. So first off, if you'll notice, I have a little director symbol next to my ball here. What you're going to need to do for your ball is you're going to need to right click it, and you're going to go to save branch as a scene, and when you do that, it's going to make it its own scene, and anything you do to this is going to affect it on all the levels. So basically you have all your properties here, and then anything you do is going to be affected over there. I also added in a group. I put this in the group for ball. Alright, so he's in the ball group and he's in his own scene. Perfect. Now we're going to add a label, and this one is going to store our lives. So we're going to call this label lives. Now we're going to move this label over and put it right about in the center, and now we are going to give this some words. We're going to call this lives :3. I'm going to have them start out with 3 lives, and I'm going to go ahead and put a custom font in that's over here on the right. I'm going to check this box, and it's going to be a new dynamic font, which is right there. I'm going to grab my fonts, and I have to actually click this first, so I'm going to go to font, and I'm going to drop it into that space right there. And if you actually use this button here under settings, you can choose what size font you want and it won't get distorted. So I'm going to use 40. Okay, so we have our lives, we have our ball set as a new scene, and he's in a different group. Now we just need something to detect whether or not if the ball has fallen below the paddle. And we're going to use an area 2D node for that. I'm going to come over here to the plus sign, and I'm going to go to area 2D. I'm going to hit create, and we are going to need to move this down here, and it's going to need a collision shape. So I've moved it. Now I'm going to need to add a collision shape 2D, and I want this to be a rectangle. So I'm going to just stretch it so it fills up the bottom. So now if the ball falls down past this, it's going to hit this area, and we will be able to tell, and we can make the ball respawn. So we need to attach this area 2D node to our scoreboard. I'm first going to rename this to the fail node. So if something goes down there, that means they failed and they need to lose a life. So I'm calling this one fail. And now I am going to connect this node with redstone, I like to say it like that, to our level 1 node, which is our top node. So I'm going to go to fail, I'm going to go to node and signals, and you want to choose the one that says body entered. So if the body enters this, if the ball enters this area, we want something to happen. So we are going to connect this node to our level 1. There we go. It is now connected. And this code here, I'm going to show you where to get it. You can go to Neo, and it is under adding lives. There's 2 sections here. We have one for the area 2D and we have one for the extends node 2D. So we are going to grab the area 2D node first. I'm going to copy this, and we're going to go to our fail node, and we're going to add a script, and I'm just going to paste it here, and I'm going to fix these little spaces. Now up here at the top, you have to make sure that your ball scene is saved the same as the way you saved it over here. So I saved mine as the ball scene, so we have ball. Where is it at? Right there. So it's saved as ball, so these two have to match. You also need to make sure that the group for ball matches and your level 1 node matches. And now we are going to go to our level 1 code, and we will come back over here to Neo, and we will grab our code from here, and I'm going to paste this on top of this here. So you can see that I added a new variable here called lives. This is how many lives your character has, or you have how many chances you have. And then also I added this. This is going to set your lives to start with, which is at 3. So it'll just take that 3 and it'll store it into that label. And now we have a little error here. The spacing is wrong, so I'm going to tab this over. Looks like twice. That should fix that spacing issue. And this says if the ball hits the area, we want to take away 1 life, and we want to reset the label to the new. Then we want to, if they have no lives left, we want to send them to the game over screen. So the things we have changed and the things we have added are as follows. We added the ball into a certain group, into the ball group. We have also added it to a new scene, its very own scene. Then we have added an area 2D down at the bottom to tell us if the ball hit down there. And we connected this with redstone signal to the level 1. So let's play this and see if this works. And it looks like it is working. So there is some things to go over here, but that's basically how it works. So let me just go over it with you. It says if the ball hits this area 2D, we want to say, this right here, this part actually loads the ball. It takes the ball scene and loads it into this variable, and then we take the ball scene, the instance, and we put it into ball. So that way, if the ball hits that area, it's going to see, is this the right thing? Is this the right object that's supposed to be hitting me? If it is a ball, we want to destroy it, and we want to create a new ball. Now I'm going to get rid of this here because this doesn't have to be here at all, so I'm going to get rid of that. So it's going to say, is this a ball? Yes it is. Get rid of it and create a new one at the top. Now also, if this thing if the level 1, the scoreboard node, sees it touch down there, it's going to take 1 away from the life, and it's going to re-update that scoreboard. And if it does not have enough lives, it's going to send you to the game over screen. The lives are set up here, and also your lives are set for the first time right there under the ready node. So if I hit play, it's going to start us out with 3. If we don't touch it, it is going to hit the bottom bar. It's going to take away the ball, and we're going to start over again. And if you miss it 3 times, it's going to send you to the game over screen. And that's pretty much how it works. Alright, you guys have a good day.